How to use your Astron 5X53 watch. To set the correct time and ensure that the GPS signal is being received from the satellites, start by going outdoors with a clear view of the sky so the watch can easily connect with the satellites. Press and hold the top right-hand pusher for 3 seconds. The second hand will move to 12 o'clock and the indicator hand will point to 1. The watch will search for GPS signals. This operation can take up to 1 minute. When it is complete, the second hand will either point to Y if it was successful or N if it was not. These steps can be repeated if needed. To adjust the time zones automatically using GPS signals, start by going outdoors with a clear view of the sky so the watch can easily connect with the satellites. Press and hold the lower right pusher for 3 seconds. The indicator hand will point to 4+, and the watch will search for GPS signals. You will see the second hand point to the number of satellites the watch is receiving. At least 4 are required for time zone adjustment. This operation can take up to 2 minutes. When it is complete, the second hand will point to Y if it was successful, or N if not. These steps can be repeated if needed. The time zone can also be adjusted manually by pulling the crown out 1 click. Turn the crown clockwise to advance the time zone and turn it anti-clockwise to move the time zone backwards. Once complete, push the crown back in. The time zone of the subdial can be adjusted manually by pulling out the crown to the second click position. The second hand on the main dial indicates the current time zone. Turn the crown clockwise to advance the time zone and turn it anti-clockwise to move the time zone backwards. Once complete, push the crown back in. The time shown on the main dial and subdial can be switched. This can be useful when traveling for keeping local and home time easily visible depending on the location. To change this, press both pushes at the same time for 1 second. The main dial's hour and minute hands, subdial, day, and date will switch in that order. The times can easily be switched back by repeating this process. Daylight saving time can be set by pulling out the crown to the first click position, pressing the top pusher once, and pushing the crown back in. To set daylight saving time on the subdial, pull the crown out to the second click position. Press the top pusher once, and push the crown back in. In-flight mode can be enabled by pulling out the crown to the first click position, pressing the lower right button for 3 seconds and pushing the crown back in. The indicator hand will point to the aeroplane symbol when set. To disable in-flight mode, simply repeat these instructions. The indicator hand will help identify if your watch needs charging. To receive GPS signals, the charge indicator hand will need to be on either the full or middle position on the charge scale. The indicator will point to low when the watch requires charging, and the second hand will move at 2 or 5 second intervals when it urgently needs to be charged. The watch can be charged under natural sunlight or under a bright light source. Ensure that the light source doesn't get too hot. An LED light is ideal for this. It will take the watch around 50 hours to fully charge in sunlight and 5 to 7 days to become fully charged in artificial light.